Hello everyone, Jake the Ginger here. First, I'd like to start off by thanking all of you for showing all the love and support for that previous clip I posted. I never intended to get as many views as I did, but sure enough, you guys pushed it way over 20,000 views, got almost 500 likes, and I got a lot of positive feedback in the comments. One of which being asking about this car right here. And well, if you don't know, this is a 1990 Honda CRX, and I've owned this car for about 4 years now. When I first got the car, it had a partially completed Wings West body kit. It had only the front and rear bumpers. If I had the whole kit, it would probably still be on this car, but I never had the whole kit, and it just looked off to me. So one of the first things I've done to this car since then was I found the OEM front and rear bumpers from the original owner. I put those back on. Another thing that I think a few of you noticed in that clip was it had a Del Sol spoiler on the back of it, and now it has an EDM ZC spoiler from the EDM spec CRXs, and it looks a lot better from what it did. Another thing I did was I changed up the taillights. The taillights that came with the car, they were the really cheap, like, I forgot the brand name, but they were probably the Spider eBay taillights. The backing for each of the taillights was mismatched, so the edge lights, they had a black back plate behind the lenses, and then the middle one, it had a chrome plate. It was ugly. I found these tinted. I was looking through Facebook and I saw that they had tinted versions of the taillights. And honestly, with this color combo and wheel combo that I went with, it just works. And speaking of wheels, I have the Raceline 141Bs wrapped in 205 by 45 tires. Don't remember the make and model of tire, but they're definitely an improvement from the 17-inch 195s I had on this car when I got it. And then, engine-wise, pop the hood for you guys. Sad sight to see, but it's a D15B2. Yeah, I know, it's a single cam, whatever. It's slow, but for these past 4 years, it's been my reliable daily, and I have had barely any issues with it until recently. I've noticed going up hills and whatnot that it's been struggling with power transfer. I don't think it's the engine itself, rather I do think it is the trans it has, which is also to disappoint an automatic. So, that being said, some things to look forward to in the future with this car are possibly a B-Series swap, and then definitely a manual transmission swap, whichever comes first. And now to officially start the channel off, I'd like to get an install video done. And for today, I have a KBD polyurethane front lip and a test pipe to replace the cat, since that's been on the car since the 90s and it is super clogged. So instead of keeping you guys waiting for longer, I'm going to go on ahead and get those installed. Alright guys, I have the CRX on jack stands, and I've already tested it, and it's not going anywhere. So I'm going to go on ahead and get this installed. And just to give a quick overview of the test pipe, here it is. Well, it probably isn't a test pipe, it's probably basically like a secondary resonator, but still, this is going to be way better than the cat that's in it now. I pulled it off yesterday, and it is, let's just say 30 plus years of driving does not do well with a catalytic converter. So I'm going to go on ahead and take that off, put this back on, and then I'll do a sound test. Alright, cat from the 90s is out. Resonator is in, and it's ready for a sound test. Okay, so after starting it up, the idle is definitively louder than it was before. It's not too bad, but I'm hoping on the top end it doesn't get too raspy. Alrighty guys, after doing that sound test, I think you all saw that white smoke coming out of the exhaust. Another issue other than the trans that I thought this car was having was that the piston rings on the D series are starting to go out. I wouldn't be surprised since the top end was rebuilt about 2-3 years ago after a certain incident. I'll go into that in another video, but basically the top end was rebuilt and the bottom end is probably getting extra compression from that top end, thus causing the piston rings to fail earlier than I thought they would be. I'm not gonna be upset about it though, since the person that I bought this car off of does have a built bottom end of a B20. He said there was machine work done to it, but he doesn't know if there's rods or pistons installed into it. So he's going to be checking that for me, and if it does turn out to be a fully built, like crank, rods, pistons, sleeves, like the whole 9 yards in terms of engine building, then I'm definitely going to get that block, get some more B series parts together, and then get the B swap started on this thing. Another possibility of that white smoke could be that it is 20 degrees outside right now. It was pretty cold in the garage when I was doing that sound test, so maybe there was some condensation buildup from when I was doing it, which caused the smoke to come out of the exhaust. But if that's not the case, then I'll just go with the B swap. And another thing is that if the engine just ends up being okay and that was just a slight hiccup for some odd reason, then it's definitely the automatic transmission that's giving me my power transfer issues, and the person also had a manual transmission. So if everything turns out to be fine, then a manual swap will be happening in this car soon. Another part of me also wanted to apologize about any of you that were waiting for a video sooner. Some things came up, some family issues also came up. But other than that, things have gotten better, and now I should be able to get some more content out for you guys. So if you like this video, hit the thumbs up button. If you want to stay tuned for more videos, hit the subscribe button. If you dislike the video for some reason, leave a dislike, but then also leave a comment as to why. So, that being said, I hope you all have a wonderful day, night, whatever time of day it is. Just live a happy life.